what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life. They asked me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life. We got episode 273, Coach Class Pod.
It's 273.
Continue to rate, and subscribe. Yeah, we had 272.
See, I wasn't
Yeah. We was grinding out, yo. We had episode 273. Continue rating and subscribing. We appreciate y'all. We see the engagement. On the boxing reviews, I love how y'all been getting engaged. Good, bad, and ugly. That just mean y'all watching, man.
You know, that one clip went crazy. We got to acknowledge that.
It's going to keep happening.
That was a nice feeling. I'm going to say it.
I'm going to just say it. That was a good feeling. We just got to be prepared.
I wasn't here for it. Y'all held it down, and that clip went nice. So
and we glad to have
you back.
Salute to YouTube. And I want to give a big shout out to Kai, too. Go cop a cold press juice from Lonnie Leaf. That shit was fire. Thank you for pulling up.
Yes, indeed.
Very excellent guest. Thank you kindly. But without further ado, we got some very, very, very special individuals in. Y'all don't be looking at the details, but the brand has been in the set for a minute. We got the the owners of TEVIK, my guy Black and my guy Tevon. Thank y'all for pulling up. I see the vision. I'm excited for this.
I appreciate you.
Thank y'all for pulling up, bro.
Not a problem at all, bro.
Yeah. So, something we were kind of discussing outside I wanted to bring up was, y'all seem extremely strategic with everything. Mm-hmm. Like, my pops always told us, dress for the job you want, not the job you have. So, speak on that a little bit with y'all strategizing with TEVIK, because I see, I remember even the one where you had the branding at the skate park type stuff. I'm like, this is cool. This is different.
I think it'd even be better to ask, what is TEVIK?
Yeah, what is TEVIK?
Because we got the podcast. What's that?
TEVIK is a vintage luxury clothing line that is limited edition. Every shirt that we put out is never coming out again. It comes out in a limited quantity, and we both have a background in art. So we take pride in our designs, and so we don't only look at it as a clothing line, but we look at it as a collector's edition. You're collecting art, but you're collecting art that you can showcase and you can wear and that you can really appreciate on a daily basis.
Gotcha.
So that's
hard.
Is.
Gotcha.
That's extra hard, bro. Pause.
Yeah.
Now everybody back on that pause awareness, yo. That's fire though, yo. That's fire.
You ain't got to pause it. You good with me.
We try to make pieces. That's how we look at it. So you showcase your breadth of work.
Yeah, we really a clothing line. This not merch. We don't drop merch for real.
Okay.
We not a rap group. We not a real clothing line. We're really designers. It's not merch that you get.
I could tell from the quality of the gear. You see, I copped up as soon as I saw him. I'm like,
now,
I appreciate it, bro.
Kind of digging into it a little bit. I guess the structure of it, is it just you two, or how's it set up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shut up, it's just us two.
Okay, so I wanted to get into how did you guys get into setting or even thinking of this idea?
All right, so it's funny when I always tell this story because this was kind of a one-sided idea at first. We kind of met through cooking. We were both chefs.
That's also fire.
Yeah.
That's fire, though.
We were both chefs at Poppy Cuisine, and at the time, we were both into art. And my fiance, she was doing sipping paints and interiors and things like that at the time, and we needed a videographer. And I couldn't find a videographer, and I found two. It was Tevon, and it was somebody else. And I literally asked a reputable source, who should I go with? He don't go with Tevon. He don't pick up the phone. He bad with communication. He not gonna hit you back. So I'm like, all right. But when it was time to really communicate with both of them, it was just all right, hold up, wait. We got one person that's a videographer. We got another person that's an artist. I'm an artist. There's something about him. We understand each other. I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna try this. And then just throughout communication and talking with him and working with him, it was just you a real ass nigga. we complete opposites, but we have some things in common. Like he's a nerd, like nerd.
Respect the nerds. Shout out the
Pokemon.
nerds.
To all the nerds.
But like, I'm a nerd as well.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, so when I'm telling him, yeah, I like Pokemon. Yeah, I like Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, I like this. I like
That's
that. He like, the fuck? Like, I ain't never met a nigga that like this type of shit. I'm like,
And stand
nah,
on
bro,
that shit. That's
hard.
the most
Like,
honorable shit. Stand
yeah,
on
I'm
it.
like-
Cause a lot of niggas, a lot of you niggas like that shit.
You
y'all.
like
I'm
it,
saying,
bro.
'cause
You feel me?
I remember
See,
one time there was a
numbers
nigga,
is
a sidebar. They told me they was too tough to watch Iron Man in
You
high
feel
school. I'm
me?
like, nigga, that shit was hard.
Exactly. And I never been one of them niggas. You feel me?
Yeah.
I moved to the beat of my own
Forgot y'all
drum.
was in
You get
high
what I'm
school when
saying?
Iron Man came out originally.
So-
Shit, my bad.
It was like, just throughout communication and talking with him, it was like, yo, not only are you an artist, so we kind of understand each other on that level, but like, bro, you're just a good guy. Like, you're a great fucking guy. Like, I don't meet too many people like that, and I can kind of tell you ain't never really had too many real niggas around you. So when I met him, I was like, yo, I don't know what it is about you, but like, it's something, and I promise you, like, I can tell you ain't had enough real niggas around you, and I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna put real niggas around you, and I'm gonna put money in your pocket. And that's really how our relationship started. So he was my videographer at first, graphic designer, everything like that. Anything my fiance would do, he was there.
Tough.
So we already had a working
Building a
relationship.
relationship. Yeah, that
Build
makes
that
sense.
rapport up.
So I come to him, I'm like, yo, you're amazing with graphic design. And that's really my secret. And that's really our secret to everything that we do. Like, you can meet some people, they can be good at Photoshop. Some people are good at Lightroom. Some people are good at other Adobe programs. Him, he good at everything.
That's hard.
Everything. Some niggas work their ass off to get nice in Photoshop and spend 3 to 5 years, and yeah, I'm decent. He got over 12 years with this shit.
Legendary.
So
Yeah,
when it
since
came to like,
middle
I'm
school,
seeing
high
what he
school.
doing, like, but not only is he nice in Photoshop, like anything Adobe, he can do. Anything. Videos, pictures,
I gotta ask him.
graphics, anything. And it's all self-taught.
That's fucking
All
hard,
self-taught.
bro.
I was about to ask, my bad, because we still need this. We still need this stuff that you're giving to us. But Tevon,
Yeah.
when did you get into that? Like, was this something you've always loved, or was this passed down, kind of?
So how it kind of started with me, so I love video games first and foremost. So speaking of Ratchet and Clank, I remember unlocking concept art, and it kind of like, it was like an epiphany that went off in my head. And I was like, damn, you can really like draw or do something creative and actually have a job on some like cool type shit. So it always kind of kept in my head that I wanted to do something creative. By the time I was in high school, like around 10th grade, that's when I really started messing around with Photoshop.
Okay.
And it's more or less just to do like funny, dumb shit. You know what I mean? Just to kind of like learn the program. But I was always a kid that was like into like tinkering with different stuff. Like I hacked my PSP and like was able to download games on there and stuff like that.
That's
I was
fire.
like one of those type of kids. So, and I kind of stuck with it. But when it came to art, I kind of looked at it as like a skill with anything else. So I didn't really start drawing and really getting into it until I was 19. But I tried to put my all into it. Like, you know, I'm a Miami Heat fan, but I do like Kobe. And one thing that I loved Kobe about was just like, he just gonna practice 12 hours a day.
Okay.
That's how you
So,
get nice, yo.
I used to always
Putting in
just
the
think
10,000
that,
hours.
like, you know, so when I would like practice drawing and I would go in and everything, I always just used to know, like, okay, if I tell everybody the same story. If I tell you, yo, draw that mic 100 times, by time number 87, you gonna get a little bit nicer. It's just, are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
As simple as that. And
Can't cheat the grind, yo.
so when I saw that being as though it was drawn and I physically could see like, oh shit, I'm getting better. I'm like, it took times, there's ups, there's downs, there's days I'm feeling it, days I'm trash, but overall I'm getting better. It kind of made it easier for me to jump into any program. And then it's like, once you know one program, you kind of know how they all kind of work and so on and so forth. So as cliche as it really is, as simple as that, can't nobody tell me otherwise. Like, that's how you do it.
No, I appreciate that answer.
No
for sure.
That's fire, yo.
That
That's
was
fire.
dope.
And yo, I ain't gonna lie. I hate to keep giving sidebars, but yo, both of y'all remind me a lot of my cousin. We always say rest in peace, Big Reese. I be like emotional about shit like that, cause like yo, y'all said like the
Self-taught.
combination of him, like yo,
He was a
that
similar
man was
kinda
crazy. Like photography published in like magazines type stuff, like self-taught stuff though. So that's very, very dope of you guys,
rest in
yo.
peace.
Very
Shout
dope
out
of you
Reese.
guys.
Thank you.
I respect y'all 100%. So when did y'all come together with this TEVIK idea though? That's what we.
Well, he was kind of getting into that. Now
Yeah.
I cut him off getting into
My bad,
it,
my
so
bad.
my bad.
Within all of that, I really got to experience Tevon's creative side. I got to experience his artistic side, and as somebody that's in the art, like my fiance's an artist. She can paint. She's amazing. Like
That's dope. Shout out your
one of
fiance,
the
bro.
yeah, absolutely. Shout out Maya Chalet. As one of the best artists I've ever seen, he is the only person I've ever allowed to paint something for me. He's the only artist that I have in my house outside of her. Anything I want, she can do.
That's
But
tough.
it's like, nah, I wanted this from Tevon. I like them two, as far as artists, as far as painting, as far as just like understanding art. They both went to school for it. They both love it. They both passionate about it. And I'm a nigga that's always been creative, always been thought provoking, always been questionable. So that shit, I always channeled that into creativity. For example, how we met cooking. Me personally, I don't really love cooking. Am I good at it though? Yes. I started cooking because me and my fiance finally moved in together when we were still dating. And I'm like, yo, I don't really want to be one of them niggas that like throw the fried chicken, the corn, and the mashed potatoes on the paper plate. Like,
It sets you apart.
yeah, like, yo, if you worked hard today, like, I want you to come home to a real nice meal. Some salmon, lamb chops, rice puree, you feel me? With
My man
some
said
nice
rice
side.
puree.
You feel me?
He was
Like,
at Poppy Cuisine.
Oh,
I
you
know
get what
the
I'm
vibes.
yeah, like you, some real fire shit. You get what I'm saying? And that's really how I ended up at Poppy Cuisine for real. Cause my homeboy Randy Ropley, he was a chef. He was the co-owner at Poppy Cuisine at the time. And I went to him. I'm like, yo, I really want to learn how to cook. And I ain't gonna lie, it was funny because when I came to him the first, he's like, all right, yo, I'll help you like learn how to cook. I don't really like people in the kitchen for real, but we'll figure some shit out. Like, so I'm like, yo, this nigga about to tell me how I cook, but he about to cook everything. We just ended up having a crazy chemistry in the kitchen. So he teaching me, and I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, like first time, like, yeah, yo, teach me how to make this, make that, make like regular shit, like macaroni and cheese, how you make your mashed potatoes, how you make your sweet. Like, I'm not teaching you none of that basic ass shit. So my first meal, we making stuffed salmon. You feel me? We making
Fire.
hella we making hella
Getting
or
exotic.
you feel me? Exotic shit. You feel me? So I'm like, damn, I really fuck with this cooking shit. But what I liked the most was plating.
The plating is very important, bro.
So that's where the
Plating.
artistic shit
Very
is.
still
Exactly.
It's gotta look
See,
like
that's where the
aesthetically
artistic
pleasing.
shit came in. I
Heavy
like that.
butter,
Like
right,
cooking,
glaze.
I don't care.
I
for
respect y'all dudes.
I don't care for it at all, but I can cook my ass off. But when it's all said and done, I get my satisfaction from plating a fire ass meal that look like you getting it from a restaurant and giving it to my girl.
That's fire,
You
yo.
feel me? That's
Very
the
honorable,
only
yo.
thing I like about cooking. Only thing. Other than that, nigga, you can't get me to cook shit.
Yeah.
You can't. But that's how we met. Me and Randy had a good relationship in the kitchen. He like, yo, we need help at Poppy Cuisine. You feel me? Like, I think you'll be good in the kitchen. Bet. I see him. We get to hitting it off. You know, you in the kitchen. We together 10, 12 hours a day. We talking, we this, we nerd this, nerd that. Like, yo, you fuck with this? Yeah, bro. Nigga, I used to jailbreak my phone, my PSP, my da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, I fuck with all that shit.
Those were the creators.
PSP was ahead of its
Yeah,
time.
I mean,
too.
if we
on,
looking
bro.
back on the time
on,
frames
bro.
of when we was growing up, niggas was
Come
doing
on,
shit
bro.
like that, and you would hear about it. But those were the creators
Come on,
back
bro.
then.
Yo,
Sure.
I still have a
Early
PS.
evidence.
He bought me a PSP for my birthday.
That's
Original
fire.
version.
That's
PSP 1001, so that's the best.
So
one to
I
be
can
able to
jailbreak it.
jailbreak easily.
Come on, bro.
Fire.
You know what I mean?
Y'all are the
Bro,
coolest motherfuckers.
I got yo, listen, I got Game Boy games. I got Game Boy Advance games. I got Nintendo 64 games.
Yeah.
I got PlayStation 1 games. I got PSP games all on my PSP.
I'm gonna be playing Siphon
Anything
Filter
you
in between
name,
meals.
anything you name, I have. I got a library of over 400 games that we grew up playing.
That's tough.
From emulators on my PSP to emulators on my motherfucking laptop. Every laptop I have has an emulator on it.
Now, is this something we should be saying on here?
Man, I don't care. They can come find me.
I mean, theoretically,
Allegedly, all these things happen.
We pay
Just
for
gotta throw the allegedly on there for you.
specifically within 10
Allegedly,
days.
these things
Within
happen.
10
We
days,
don't know if
we
it's true or
definitely
not.
pay for this stuff.
But-
Black is also a collector. You know what I mean? So we
feel
can
me?
There we
we
go.
have our BIOS files and everything to prove as such. Everything is
Boom.
legally
Man.
bought.
So,
These guys are next level.
The team works, man.
But like all this is important to understand our relationship. You feel me? Like I'm really more so like the average nigga. You feel me? Like I done been outside. You feel me? I done did this, played sports, did that. You feel me? Had the popular shit, this, that, and the third. But him, his experience was different. You feel me? But it was like, yo, throughout all of that, we really connected.
That's dope.
And so when he working with me, and this was another big thing that was like, when I was looking for a videographer, when I spoke to him and I spoke to other videographer told me, I can be at the event, it'll cost $400, and I can get you your video in 2 weeks. I didn't tell Tevon anything. Yo, give me your numbers, give me your price, da-da-da. He said, yo, I can be at the event, I can have your video within 24 hours, and I'm only charging you $40. So what the fuck? Scratch his head, of course. Like, but ultimately it was like, yo, that's your price point. That's not my decision.
Yeah.
You're an artist. He's just a videographer. You're an artist. So you understand how I'm thinking. You see shit that I don't see. You feel me? When I do tell you, yo, I see this, you understand it. Gave me the best videos of my motherfucking life.
That's hard, yo. That's probably because he believed as well, though.
The best
it was a passion.
videos of my fucking life.
Getting what he's saying with it.
And he gave it to me within. I'm talking about we at the event. He coming over to me with his laptop. Hey, yo, I did this real quick. So you can just post something for real, like while it's going on. Excuse me? It's not even what we agreed on.
Ingenuity, huh?
Yeah.
Innovation.
I go back to my fiance like, yo, I don't give a fuck what he charging. We tipping this shit out of him. You feel
Yeah,
me?
you
Like,
got to. Yeah.
what?
That's
You
all.
got to.
But then shortly after that, that's when it was like, yo, like, you're a good man, like I said. Like, you ain't, I promise you, I'm going to put money in your pocket and I'm going to put real niggas around you. You can ask him. I ain't did shit but that since I met him.
That's fire. And when did y'all meet?
2016, 15? We honestly
A
met in
minute ago now.
2015. Honestly met in 2015. I ordered something from Poppy Cuisine for the first time, and he was the delivery driver. He didn't
fire.
remember it until I
I was
told
about
him.
to say I was.
He
Yo
didn't
said I've
remember
conducted
it.
so much business.
He didn't remember, but he was the delivery driver. So when I ended up working at Poppy Cuisine, like I said, we hit it off, we connected, this, that, and the third, but it was more so just an artistic thing. So I always wanted to do a clothing line, and I always was a part of clothing lines. Like, tried that shit in high school, you feel me, this, that, and the third, but a lot of local brands, like, bro, when niggas about to bring shit out, niggas about to, you feel me, when niggas working on shit, niggas hitting my phone.
That's tough.
Yo, what you think about this? Yo, do this, do that, da da da. Y'all fuck with this, fuck with that. Like, yo, I done sat with almost everybody that has a clothing line in Baltimore.
That's
Yeah,
fire.
bro, I fuck with this. Yeah, bro, do this, that. So after a while, and kind of hints to our slogan, it was like, yo, I got tired of what I wanted to see creatively not being executed properly. And it got frustrating. And it's like, you giving a nigga advice, you giving a nigga a golden ticket, and it's like, bro, I don't even really want shit, bro. I just want you to execute. Like, have fun. Like, I just naturally love clothes. I naturally love fashion. And that shit came from back in the G.
That's tough.
Like, bro, if I want to get a girl, I got to figure something out.
Yeah.
I ain't never been, like, I always been a, some people say cocky or confident nigga, but it was always, I understood where I stand. I ain't the best looking nigga. I ain't the tallest nigga. I ain't the most athletic, you feel me? I'm still nice as shit in sports, but...
Oh, no, you was that man, yo. He being humble, yo.
Yo, I was all right.
He being humble,
I was
yo.
decent.
You was nicer than me.
You saying that because we went to
Shit.
high school together, but I was...
No,
I
fuck
was
no.
cool,
You was nice.
feel
I
me?
would tell a nigga if you was cheeks. Because I always say I was ass at certain shit and it was sports-wise.
But that also go into it, like, I put a lot into sports. I put a lot into anything I did because it was like, yo, I know I'm not the best. I know I'm not the... I don't pass the eye test 100%. So if I want to be a girl, I got to be funny. My wordplay got to be slick. But ultimately, I got to put some shit together. You feel me? So this clothes shit, like, This started in middle school. All right, my peoples gave me a budget. They told me I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I ain't getting clothes again till Christmas, so all right, I done wore these old Navy jeans out. What the fuck I'm about to do now? We about to cut these bitches up. We about to bleach these bitches. We about to bleach this shirt. You feel me? It was like, yo, I'm going to stand out. Like,
I said he been a creative
Creativity
dude
early,
since
yeah.
one way
That's
or
definitely
another, I'm
great.
gonna figure it out. Like, you gonna notice me. Like, and I tell my cousin this all the time. Like, yo, I don't give a fuck how much Louis, Gucci, Prada, Fendi, Celine, whatever diamonds you put on. If we go out, a woman is gonna respect me the same way she respects your outfit, cause I'm putting this shit the fuck on.
Yeah.
I had to do this shit when I ain't had no money. I had to figure some shit out when it was like I'm looking at my people's like, yo, like, what's up? They like, bro, I just paid for football camp. I just paid for this. I just paid for that. You talking about clothes? You got more than enough clothes. And I'm like, this shit ain't working.
Yeah.
I gotta figure something out. So that, like, when we bleach shirts, that shit been in me since who knows how long.
Yeah.
I still got flannels from 6-7 years ago that I bleached. I'm like, I bought them from Walmart, $10.
Yeah.
I'ma fuck this flannel up. When niggas was wearing flannels real crazy. You feel
No,
me?
I remember the flannel
the
wave.
Come
I
on,
remember
bro.
that. I remember that.
You feel me? Like, bro, I'ma fuck this flannel up. I'ma go to motherfucking Tractor Supply and get the thick ass flannel that niggas can't find and niggas
sweating with
can't
that
get.
motherfucker
You feel
on?
me? The one that I don't even gotta wear a coat.
Yeah.
Real life.
You
one.
feel me?
The
The
real
real
shit.
construction
Yeah.
flannel.
What it was
But
built
I'ma
for.
distress this bitch. I'ma bleach it. I might paint it. And I told you, my fiance an artist.
That's hard, bro.
He'll paint this for me, babe.
The combo.
You feel me? Paint this for you.
That's
So
hard,
like
bro.
when niggas talk about gallery department, I stopped wearing Levi's in high school. I don't like Levi's. You can't get me to wear gallery department. That shit ain't nothing but reconstructed Levi's. And if I want to paint on some shit, I got my fiance. We've been painting on shit since we met each other. The fuck
That's
I'm putting
cool
on
as hell,
gallery
bro.
department for? You feel me?
Yeah.
What the fuck am I wearing gallery department for? But I say that to say, hold up. Niggas paying a band, $1,200, $1,500, and I'm doing this shit already. And then I'm giving niggas advice that got clothing lines and they not listening, or they not executing it properly. Hence our slogan. We got tired of looking at weak shit, so we made our own.
That's hard.
So 2017,
I was reading that.
I
Why
understood.
you think I put this shit there? I've looked at all that shit.
Bro, this the biggest difference between us and anybody else. I got an in-house Army Swiss knife. I got a graphic designer. Like I told you, Tevon can do anything on Adobe. Fuck Photoshop, Adobe.
Yeah.
That's
Bro, do you understand how it feels? And this shit took work. This shit took work.
Can't cheat the grind. I
Months
always
of
say.
work. Bro, I'm on YouTube watching videos of how to translate, how to communicate, how to get somebody to understand your vision. Because at the end of the day, we still two different people. But I got an idea, and I got to translate it to him. He got to understand my idea, and he has to produce it. You know how hard that is? You know how many niggas give up?
Yeah.
But fuck that. Like I said, he's in-house. I'm not built for nothing that me and him discuss. I'm not built for nothing that me and him create. We partners in this shit.
Y'all respect each other with the
You
vision.
know how hard it is to
mutually.
get a graphic designer in today's time?
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to find a real graphic designer? We done tried together. You can go on YouTube, at fucking Instagram, wherever. We done went on Instagram, found a nigga with almost 100,000 followers. Yo, let's buy this design. We can judge it up and do our own thing to it. No, you can't get this PTSD file. What you mean we can't get that file? We need that file to adjust it. You can only adjust words. So happen we do so much homework and we digging. We on Tumblr one day. Hey, bro, this the same design the nigga tried to... He not even a real designer. He took the design and then put his words on it.
It's because we in the microwave era, bro.
But look, though.
Everybody cheating the grind, bro.
Think about how many niggas got to deal with that.
Yeah.
How many niggas can you find that's a real graphic designer? It's only about 3 in Baltimore, and he's one of them. We know the other 2. Shout out I'm Just Cam and shout out G.
That's
We
all.
know
I
them
don't know,
two.
but yeah, I believe y'all.
We know them
I ain't
two.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I promise you, both them niggas respect the shit out Tevon. They know that nigga's a wizard. They know that nigga's amazing, and they're amazing as well. But other than that, you can't find the graphic designer, bro.
Interesting.
So now when you go to make a design, you gotta just tell somebody what you want. They might charge you $500, $1,000, $250, whatever they charge you. But when that bitch get back, Every time you want to make a correction, you got to pay for it. Another 50, another 100, another this, another that. Niggas can't afford that.
Yeah.
Me and this man had mandatory Zoom meetings for over 2 years. 2 years, 4 hours a day, Monday through Friday. Every alteration, every mistake, every change, I'm right there for. We're connecting piece and piece. And it's a trade-off. He not really a fashion nigga. I am. I'm not really a graphic designer. He is. So I'm learning graphic design while he learning fashion. It's a trade-off.
Perfect combo type stuff.
I'm nice
It's the
as
yin and
shit
yang
in certain
type
shit.
shit. Oh, that's
Like
the yin and yang type
Lightroom on Adobe. Like when it come out pictures, I do all out pictures. He do all out videos and graphics. He don't touch pictures no more. Bro, I got that shit. I got it. Don't worry about it. When it come out designs, I'm spending 6 hours a day while I'm at work. Fuck work. I'm cutting out shit on Photoshop. I'm doing all the shit he taught me. So when I come to him, hey yo, I got this. They all in the folder. I need you to put that right there, that right there, that right there, that right there, that right there. Like he call us Tom Brady and Grump. He like, yo, just draw the play up and I'm gonna execute it.
That's hard.
That's what he call us, Tom Brady and Grump. You draw the play up, I'm gonna execute it. And then I always have loved the fact that I've given him his creative control. I don't try to take control of no design. Hey yo, nah, fuck that. Fuck what I think right now. Do what you want. Add whatever flow you got to it. So I say all that to say, throughout his artistic past and me understanding him, I knew he was the only person I wanted. So in 2017, I came to him, yo, what's up? Let's do a clothing line. He was not fucking with it. Yo, no, I don't really do that. I don't see it. My brothers tried to do that, and I always told everybody if I did it, it had to be right. Bro, let's do this.
So this was 2017, you said, right?
2017.
All right, let's keep going.
I begged him for almost 2 years.
I was about to ask how long.
Almost 2
Goddamn.
fucking years.
Now,
But that's also showing the dedication on both ends.
so if
And
I'm listening to that time frame, then it happened in what, sometime
2019.
2018, 2019?
Mhm.
So you had that, of course, that pandemic time come up.
Mhm.
I want to hear, like, first off, I want to hear, of course, how he was like, all right, bet, I'm going to do this. Let's start right there first.
So I can actually let him speak to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so throughout, like, I guess the 2 years, he's asking me. Part of it, I was bluffing. You know what I mean? Another part of it as well was like, you know, I try to hold myself to a high quality because, you know, being black and like, especially like being a nigga, a lot of times I always do like, unless you hear me speak and then you hear like, oh, he's very well spoken or whatever, like you're gonna look at me like a nigga. And I never wanted to fall into that line with like designs. So it's very big on like with graphic design. I don't want you to look at it and think like, oh, this nigga just makes like mixtape covers and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I was very like cognitive of like how I wanted my designs to be perceived, and I wanted to make sure that okay, was doing this, kind of how I looked at it. So it was like, if I'm gonna do it, I need to do it right. I don't want it to look ghetto. I don't want it to look like, oh, here go the niggas. You know what I mean? Trying to make some quick cash. Like, nah, this is like artwork. These are pieces. You feel me? So I was very big on that. So at first, like, I'm not really looking at him like I didn't really see like his passion for fashion at first, because I'm not even looking at it as like, oh, this a fashionable nigga. I'm just looking like, oh yeah, Pokemon Ruby, that's ill. You know what I mean? So I'm not really peeping it like that. And then so many people used to always ask me, I got a clothing design. I make a logo for them. They're bluffing on it, or they're not really ready to put. So it's no point for me to like put in this energy and effort into something and you're not gonna, you know what I mean? You're not really trying to see the vision. So I remember it was just like while I was working, it kind of clicked to me like, you know what? Niggas do say black be putting that shit on. And black do be putting that shit on.
Yeah, you always been fly, yo.
So maybe we got something here where like, okay, if I listen to him, maybe he got something here. You know what I mean? I always kind of felt like I can execute if you tell me what you need. I'll be able to get you something, if not very close. You know what I mean? There's plenty of times if you need me to animate something, whatever the case may be. Like I went to school for game design, so kind of, it's nothing that intimidates me. So code, when niggas be like, nah, that don't scare me. I'll learn some shit in a couple weeks and figure that shit out. You know what I mean? Hardware, same thing. Software, whatever the case may be.
Genius
Like,
type shit.
hence how I had the emulator. I just
Fucking
bought that
Swiss
yesterday.
knife.
I was like, all right, let's
My
let's
guy's a
tinker
genius.
around.
Nah, that's
Let's
real.
tinker around.
It's
So,
Swiss
Like
knife,
you said,
bro.
it's pivotal to have on
That's
the team.
hard, bro.
So it's not just one.
I love
person.
it.
You don't have just two people. You got more
but
than
even
that.
then on the yin and yang, now people can say I have all these talents and blah 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 and everything. I can do all this, but I'm not necessarily the biggest business guy. I love to be ducked off. I have 3 brothers, but I was my mother only son, so I love being by myself.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily the best in communication. Hence how, like, even when he said, "Yo, can you do a video for me?" I'm like, "Yeah, $40, sure." You know what I mean? Because I don't really think I'm kind of more of a creative. But that's when he comes in, and it's like the things that I lack, it helps. So as much as one thing nobody can really ever say is like, okay, well, you may be the graphic designer and try to like make designs to VEEK, but it's like it would never, even if I made all the graphic design, it still wouldn't be where it's at with Black, without Black.
That's hard, bro.
It's truly yin and yang. We truly balance each other out. So I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe these pieces with this trade can work out. And then next thing you know, okay, who'd have known this 100, you know what I mean, 50-round draft pick, you know what I mean, and this other random guy would click. So it kind of worked like that, and then yeah, it worked from there.
Very honorable story. I respect y'all boys, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Would y'all like to tap inwardly with the release of the fire gear y'all got? I picked Lamar for a reason this week, yo. I nerd out on the Funkos strategically. I want to talk about the release y'all got coming up this upcoming week, man.
So what we have coming out soon is just a tribute to Baltimore, a tribute to what we feel is home, and something that we both share in common, which is football. And honestly, we made this design last football season. We made some tweaks, of course, along the way, because me and him both are perfectionists. So it's like, if I look at it long enough, I'm going to find something to change. I'm going to find something to fix.
I heard that's the hard thing with artists. Somebody on here said that before.
John, shout out John.
Yeah.
He said art's never done.
That seems like
Art's
an
never
artist
done.
thing. So that's
Yeah,
crazy.
It's never done. And like I told you, we have...
Track John, my bad. No disrespect. My fault.
Yeah, nah, shout out Track. We have well over 100 designs. Well over 100. But literally, the one we about to bring out after the Ravens tee is probably our 3rd or 4th design we ever made. We literally changed it like 2 weeks ago. Just like, all right, we looked at it long enough. Let's change this. Let's change that. Da 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 da. But I say all that to say, it's just a thing to where as though we gotta do it right. And so with this Ravens tee coming out, a big thing was Lamar's contract. We didn't know what was going to happen with Lamar.
Real.
That's why we didn't bring it out last season.
Yeah.
And which kind of hints at your first original question, which is strategic. Everything we do, from a tweet to a post to a story, it has a meaning behind it. And that's something that we wanted to establish with our brand. I don't give a fuck who you look at our brand against. Don't nobody got more better content than us. We compare our brands to Supreme and Amiri and shit like that, just off of a visual standpoint. Like, yo, what are they doing that we need to do? If, like you said, aim for the job you want, not the job you have.
Yeah.
Aim for the dream you want, not the dream. So if I'm aiming for that, what are they doing at the top? What are they doing? How much content are they producing? What can I do better? What can I do more of? I don't give a fuck who sees our Instagram. You can go from today all the way to our first post. You're going to see some fire-ass content.
No, fire.
Because everything is intentional. So with this Lamar release that's coming out, this Ravens release that's coming out, one of the big things we had to wait on was his contract situation.
Yeah.
We didn't know how that was going to
Oh, we was begging for that nigga last year. Please,
Begging.
please.
Begging.
Stressed.
But everything got straight, everything got figured out, and it's like, all right, let's give it to the people for real. And so far, I think this is going to be our biggest release. This is our most anticipated release, just because it speaks to where we come from. It speaks to our hometown, and for everybody go to the game.
Yeah.
Everybody
Y'all gotta
go to
get
the
those the
preseason
Lamar,
games.
Zay Flowers, all them. I already
Bro,
know it's gonna happen.
it's
The
gonna
shirt
happen.
too hard, yo. The shirt is fire. Yo.
But you know how many people I done had reach out to me to tell me they had personal connections with players
All you
and
need is one of
Ravens?
them motherfuckers.
Come on, bro.
I got a
All of them
homegirl
right.
I'm gonna reach out to because she might be able to do something for y'all as
Shout
far
out
as
to
putting
India.
it
She
in
know
the,
what's
in the
up.
right person's hands.
Shout
bro.
out to India. She gonna put that shit right in Lamar hands for me, for real. She gonna get it to Bateman. Bateman gonna get it to Lamar. Like, yeah, we already
proud
got
of
it
y'all
stamped.
boys.
Come on, bro.
That's
We
tough.
already got it
You
stamped,
definitely gonna
bro.
get the one tier when I
That's
see
tough,
that.
yeah.
On
Bro,
somebody
we
like
got
Lamar.
to.
Yeah. I'm
And
gonna
a
record
story
a
or some
slow
shit.
motion video on IG.
OBJ,
crying.
OBJ seemed like he trying to get in touch with the community. So I definitely think OBJ would
Yeah,
be a
he'll
good
definitely
person.
throw
to
that bitch
definitely
on.
try
But
to-
I ain't gonna lie though, bro. The way this shit looking, I don't know if it's gonna be enough to get it to OBJ. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like,
And these are one of one pieces, so y'all might have to pay to
Absolutely.
play,
Like you
man.
said, I like
yeah,
that idea.
absolutely. I'm not like nothing comes out again. Like, if you miss it, I don't know what to tell you. The only positive light I have for niggas that missed anything or that are going to miss anything is our first original 6 shirts. They might come back out years later in white because they didn't come out. They didn't come out in white.
What were the originals? If you don't
The
mind me
Dennis Rodman,
asking? Okay.
Sex Savage, Euphoria, Mercedes, the Logo T, and Buns Club.
Gotcha.
Those were the original 6. We released them 3 and 3, and once they're sold out, it's literally only 125 of each.
Okay.
Not 125 largest, not 125 mediums. Like throughout a collective scale of size, it's only 125.
Gotcha.
And we just take pride in this shit, bro.
I'm gonna be honest.
I can tell.
I'm
Take
honored
pride
to just
in
have
this shit,
one of
bro.
these bitches. To be honest. with
Yeah.
you, just
And I
based
tell
on-
niggas this shit, and this is my favorite thing. Like, I get satisfaction and I get that gratification, and niggas don't usually get that so early. I get it every day. My shirts only go 2 ways. Niggas say, yo, I'm going on vacation in a month. I'm going on vacation next week. It's the 3rd. I'm trying to put that shit on. They buy a TEVIK shirt. They save it for vacation. Yo, I got vacation in 2 months. Well, nigga, every time I get on Instagram, I see a nigga with that shirt on 3-4 times a week, and that shit feels amazing.
It's because this shit is fire. Yeah.
That shit feel
Good
it's
quality.
not only
Good job,
is it
guys.
fire, bro. It's not only is it fire. The design is one thing. I've seen designs I've liked throughout the years. Hence our logo. We got tired of looking at weak shit, so we made our own. I done seen some fire shit. I done purchased it. I done wore it. I put that motherfucker in the wash machine. I have never worn it again.
Yeah.
I don't want
Tight.
niggas to feel that way. So imagine how I feel when I see niggas with that shirt on 3-4 times a week. Some niggas will put this shirt on to the gym
Yeah.
on Tuesday. And when they go out Saturday to the motherfucking day party, they got the same shirt on. How many shirts do you have in your closet now that you can do that with, bro?
Yeah, even good.
You wouldn't
like,
even
like
dare
popular
go
brands.
to the gym
T-shirt
with a
wise,
shirt that you thinking about wearing
it's
to an
not
event.
happening.
You wouldn't dare. But when niggas got that TEVIK shit on,
Quality over quantity,
hey,
man.
bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This bitch just feel good when I'm in the gym, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. This shit the best shirt I got for the gym.
Yeah.
And
It's
then-
light and durable.
And then Saturday,
durability
and that bitch
is-
heavy.
yeah, it's real.
Bitch heavy. Bitch heavy.
Yeah.
Bro, how many times you done wore a shirt 3-4 times and your collar all the way down here?
Yeah, bro. Especially after the wash,
Come
it
on,
get
bro.
a little droopy.
Come on, we not doing that
That
here.
initial
We're
wash.
Yeah.
not doing that.
Fuck up your whole
Can't
shirt.
do it.
I
Don't do
respect it.
You know how long I'll wait to bring a shirt out before I give a nigga a droopy collar? I don't give a fuck how many times you tweet me or send me a DM. It ain't coming out till it's perfect. Or till
That's
I
hard.
think it's perfect.
That's tough, yo. I
That's
respect the brand.
That's it.
Can y'all give us any leaks on like some shit y'all working on like for like the fall, like winter time? Cause I feel like y'all about to do some crazy shit and like really try like have niggas L'd out like how Ving Rhames had Jody Joe.
We got one thing that we can't really announce. Really two that we can't really announce.
Okay,
But
I respect that. I
other
ain't
than
gonna-
that, we got trucker hats coming out. We got trucker hats coming out real soon. We got hoodies coming out this fall. And honestly, other than that, we really
I'm
don't
excited
know.
for the hats. I'm a hat guy.
We definitely gonna have some more vlog content as
Okay.
well coming to really like see a little bit behind the scenes, to really see like some of the work that goes in, 'cause especially like, you know, from somebody who always work in the background, you know what I mean. when I see a finished product, I only see the background. You know, even in construction, when I see a house, I think about the land, I think about the materials used, I think about the labor, the different trades that go into it. So it's like, I always felt like that was important, especially being a self-taught artist. A lot of that would be like, you know, when I used to just practice drawing, I'd be like, okay, this look cool, but how do I draw, you know what I mean, Jordan in pencil? You know what I mean? So sometimes that I think our vlog will showcase a little bit of that. Of some of our
like that
experience,
idea.
some of our slick experiences,
So you
and
have
just some of just like what it really is. You know what I mean? Like in a sense of like, you know, everybody into gambling now. You're gonna show me your wins, but you're not gonna show me your net. So we gonna show you the net. We gonna show you the.
I like that.
These
idea.
guys are strategic.
People like shit like that because it's always a community of people just like you who are trying to become creatives and they're looking for that. So definitely, that sounds like an awesome idea. Is that where's that going to be at?
YouTube,
YouTube.
Instagram, all that type of stuff.
Gotcha.
We just want to show people that it's possible, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fire.
We
I
really
like that.
believe in
I'm gonna be
ourselves,
watching
bro.
that because I'm a
Like,
YouTube head ass nigga. I'm definitely gonna have that on.
Prime example, he has the Dennis Rodman shirt on.
Yeah.
We launched TEVIK clothing July 1st, 2022.
Okay.
Within 30 days, we had Dennis Rodman not only wearing the shirt, wearing it in the club, and posting it himself.
I saw that, dog.
Within 30 days of
Y'all ain't telling me
launching
that. I didn't
my
even know
brand.
all that shit. That's
He's been conducting business.
Come on, bro.
They're
Within
members of the Continental
30
enjoying with
days.
Cheevers.
Shout out to Lenny. But within 30 days of launching the brand, one of our premier shirts, we had the premier person in the shirt. And what makes it crazier is the event that I saw him at, he was only there because he was paid by another company that made a shirt for him. They made a couple shirts for him. It was SneakerCon. And when I met him, I didn't even know this. He invited me to the club. I couldn't go. He went to the club. He had the shirt on when I seen him that the other company made that he was paid for. He took that shirt off, put my shirt on, and wore it to the club.
Fire.
Without
That's
me
hard.
asking, without me
To
being
the
there,
God,
just
Rodman. I didn't
genuine
know
love.
that, man.
Just genuine love.
Damn.
And you remember, full circle moment. You remember, you grew up. We went to Newtown together.
Yeah.
Guess who he was with?
Who?
Antonio Freeman,
Damn.
I recognize
who
that
I
name.
lived like 8 doors away from.
That's hard, yo.
Come on, bro. You talking about a full circle moment?
The universe, bro.
You talking about showing Antonio Freeman went crazy. Nigga, you from Running Me. Nigga,
Yeah.
come on. Give me a shirt. I gotta have. Took one
That's
of Dennis
hard.
Rodman shirts and all that, bro.
That's hard,
Come
yo.
on, bro.
That's
You
definitely-
can't.
That's fucking
That's a
hard.
hard-ass
Shit,
story.
destiny,
That's
bro.
hard, yo.
You can't refute
attracting
shit like
it,
that,
bro.
bro.
No,
You
that's
can't
dope.
refute shit.
I'm
like
proud
that,
of
bro.
you, yo.
It was
Me
in
and
the
Dennis
cards.
Rodman, manager, still talk to this day.
As you should.
That's hard.
You can't. You
Like,
can't
Dennis,
beat
what
that,
was
bro.
it like diving parallel to the ground, yo? Draymond be talking. That was the real individual
nigga
that did
was
all
crazy.
the dirty work.
Even that shit, bro. Even my experience with Dennis just showed me a fucking lot, bro. Like I told you, he was there because another company made about 4 or 5 shirts. They partnered with SneakerCon. When I ended up talking to his manager and meeting him at the hotel that night, when Dennis Rodman saw me, he was like, he looked like, nigga, who? When I walked up, he like, who the fuck? Like, who are you? This was the hardest shit ever. A girl, entourage, I don't know who she is to him. She in the back. She come running to the front. That's him. That's him. That's him. Like, fuck, I'm in trouble. She like, no, this shirt. Bro, she been holding this shirt for about 6 hours. He's the
Tough.
one that gave you the shirt. This shirt right here. That's him. That's him. Bro, Dennis Rodman whole face changed. He's like, bro, you about to make me cry, bro. I don't even know what to say. Like,
Fire.
I don't know what to say when people do stuff like
God,
this. Like,
fucking Dennis Rodman.
I
fucking
appreciate
hard.
you. You feel me? Like, I'm seeing the real
This man,
Dennis.
right here,
Yeah,
dog.
like,
Dennis,
I'm seeing
Boy,
the
yo,
real
you gotta get emotional as
Dennis
a Bulls fan. I don't want
Rodman.
to start
You feel
crying, yo.
me? Like,
Episode.
I'm looking at him like, bro, you was just looking at me like I had 10 heads 8 seconds ago, and because she said that's him, you now about to cry. Like,
Cause it's fire and
bro,
it's
he
quality.
invited me to the club right after that. You want to go to the club with us? I'm like, nah, bro, I can't even go. Da, 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 da. Like,
That make you even more exclusive. That's cool.
I wake up not even the next day, the day after that. Somebody I work with, like, yeah, I just want to tell you congratulations again. I'm sure you saw this already. Send me his video on his Instagram. I'm like, hell no, I ain't seen this. What the fuck? Going
Big.
crazy in
That's
the club
big,
with my shirt on.
That's fire, yo.
You can't beat that, bro.
Congratulations to y'all, man. That's some dope
Appreciate it,
ass
bro.
shit, dog.
That was big. I didn't expect to hear that shit.
So that's probably gonna be one of
That
our
shit
first
be getting me
vlogs,
amped,
honestly.
yo.
That's honestly,
If I had the soundboard shit, I would've
finalizing
been
the
smashing
last
them
details
shits.
on that vlog. Like we
Mad
got that
balls.
entire vlog, we got the entire interaction, we got all of that. Like we about to finalize the last couple details on the vlog and put that out.
I'm gonna be watching.
Weeks.
I'm gonna be watching.
I'll be watching for sure.
Where can
Gotta
they tap in
subscribe,
really with
yeah.
y'all though, like
Let's
and
get
purchase
that.
products? You know, these one-of-one pieces.
TEVIK Clothing, TEVIKclothing.com. Other than that, any social media, it is TEVIK Clothing, TEVIK Clothing. Same thing on YouTube, same thing anywhere, Pinterest, anywhere that you look, anywhere that you see, anywhere that you are socially, you can find us at TEVIK Clothing.
And they classy, they got QR readers on that shit and all that. Yo, when I saw the bag, I was like, yo, this nigga is different,
But
yo.
that's marketing.
This guy's
type shit right
different.
there, 'cause
Yeah,
that
everything
shit
is strategic, bro. Like he
That
had.
shit is genius.
Yeah.
I
And
love
one-
a good QR code.
One of the
Shit.
biggest things that I wanted to do and establish was I didn't want it to be boxed in as a Baltimore clothing brand. And I told Tevon that from the beginning, like, yo, we cannot be boxed in. We will never be considered luxury if we box ourselves in.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, we have to go every step, every tick, every I, every T. We gotta dot it, and we gotta be perfect. And we gotta come the same way we become. I'm into fashion, bro. I want our shit to come to people the same way when I feel when I get some shit. I'm like, damn, this was impressive. I like this box. I like this bag. Like,
Very impressive.
I ain't even get to the article of clothing yet. Like,
Yeah, I was like, damn.
That
this
is a
wild.
good feeling when you
Extra
buy something
card?
that's real nice.
Yeah.
a sticker, or
Get all that cool
a
shit. with it.
keychain.
Anytime I keep the joint from like
You
a year
feel
ago,
me? Come
yeah, I'm
on,
like,
bro.
oh, this
It's
guy's a
like-
quality guy.
you gotta take those small steps because it's like, what else is gonna separate you?
Yeah.
What else is gonna separate you? Our videos, our content, our Instagram. We have to separate ourselves. I don't want to put us in a box. When you see us, I want us to say, yo, that's a luxury, black-owned clothing brand. You ain't even gotta put the black-owned on it.
Yeah,
I'm not one of them big, yo, support me, black-owned. I'm not one of them. Support me because my shit good.
it's fire.
Support me because you like this shit.
Yeah.
Don't support me because you know me. Don't support me because you my man. Support me because this shit is high fucking quality. And at the end of the day, I tell niggas, take everything out of it. If you want to put some shit on, come fuck with me.
Oh yeah.
If you want your shirt to be a statement piece, come fuck with me.
I told you when I went out on
You
I would
feel
never
me?
divulge anything, but when I went out, people was like, it didn't matter. You feel me? Like it'd be like an old white dude, like that shirt is very nice, young man. Like I'm like, bro,
That's
appreciate
the
you.
beauty
man.
about our shit, bro. A lot of people get stuck in like, yo, what's your target audience? And we have a specific target audience when we get down to the specifics. But one
Yeah, 'cause
thing I
the shit
take
fly.
pride in telling motherfuckers is like, yo, anybody can wear our shit. Like if I'm sitting there doing a business deal, I'm damn sure not gonna say that. But if I'm talking to you, bro, a nigga that's fucking 13 gonna wanna wear this shit. And a nigga that's 75 that like graphic tees, that's been wearing them since the fucking 60s, is gonna like that Dennis Rodman shirt because he's a fan of Dennis Rodman.
Oh, yeah,
Where
of
can I
course.
get that from? Old white man, 80 years old, will want that shirt. The same way a 16-year-old nigga will want it.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You can't
Tough.
beat that.
Cop up with the TEVIK gear, bro.
Yeah, make
Just
sure.
grab, yo.
Can't beat
Please.
that, bro.
And before we always get in our podcasty realm, I always like to ask a barrage of questions to everybody that we have on to kind of feel the mind frame of the guest. And it's going to be interesting because it's two of y'all. So first and foremost, because y'all artists, this is just getting me excited. What's y'all favorite late 90s, early 2000s cartoon?
That's a tough one. But damn. We can really get into specifics and it's gonna get funky, but if I had to give you just one overall, if I was gonna cut on the TV, one thing that I always could watch and one thing that taught me a lot in life was Tom and Jerry.
Ah,
Tom and Jerry.
Haven't heard that one yet. That's a new
Tom
one.
and Jerry.
that's a very new one.
That's a new one to the selection.
How about you, Tevon?
As a partial animation nerd, Tom and Jerry came out in the 40s. But late 90s, I would probably say, honestly, Powerpuff Girls.
Fire. I got Mojo Jojo
I
out there,
saw-
bro. And Fuzzy Lumpkins.
A big reason why is not necessarily because I was a super fan of the show as far as like, oh man, Powerpuff Girls is fire, but a big thing that I appreciated from it is a lot of people don't know, Powerpuff Girls was made on the program Flash back in the day. And that was one of the only cartoons that was made on Flash. That was like, when you download. Remember when you used to
Oh,
play
I do
back in the
remember
day,
that.
and it used to be like Adobe Shockwave when you had to
Gotcha.
install that shit to play the game
Yeah.
and everything. They made a animation joint called Flash, and it was free. So you could honestly do that. So when I saw Powerpuff Girls, that was another one of those things where it's like, damn, I saw they made that whole shit on Flash. So I was just like, oh, I just gotta be nice.
Yeah.
I just gotta be nice.
Nah, that show was fire, though.
You know what I mean? So
That's a genius way of looking
I
at
would
it,
say
too.
like, more of just like the creative way of like, okay, how they made that show. Very inspirational.
And
Very tough
I
picks.
gotta shout out my dogs as an honorable mention. Ed, and Eddie.
Fire.
I have a real live plank in my house, in my living room.
Yeah.
He does not move from next to the couch.
Yo got blankets.
He got all the details. He got all the colors. He got the indents in the wood, all that. I have a real live piece of plank in the house.
I forgot about
That
that.
would
That's
be
cool
my,
as hell,
dog.
My
Bro.
middle
Classic.
name is Edward. I love the Ed and Eddie as well. And then if not that, they were one of the only animations where they had the outlines that always moved.
Yep.
It was the only cartoon that done that.
That
then
was
and
crazy to me.
since.
It used to bother me,
Bro,
but then I
and
realized
one thing
it
for
was
sure
wild.
and two things for certain. Them niggas wanted to get some money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
matter
They
what.
was hustling every
They
episode.
wanted to get some money,
Yo,
bro.
I didn't even think of that until y'all
They
brought that
wanted
up.
to get
Real.
some money, bro.
That's
Yeah.
funny. as shit.
Gotta mention them, bro. I see my man Plank every day.
That's
Gotta
tough.
mention them.
You gotta dap him up before you go on the Endeavor.
Let him
Yeah,
know,
I'm about to
just
get
let
to
him know.
these,
All right,
this
we gonna
gear
get to
real
it.
quick.
That's my nigga.
Favorite tennis shoe ever released? I knew that was gonna be hard for you because you're a designer.
Fuck. Damn.
Artist question.
I love it.
Tough.
Fuck.
I love how he's puzzled right now.
Mine changes every week.
You want me to go
when
first?
he
I
asks.
can go
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
I
Whoever
didn't
got
think
one to
about
come to
it.
mind first.
Vans and Converses.
Okay.
Because that was one thing how we was opposite. Because I wasn't like goofy, but I wasn't like a super fashionista. I wasn't bleaching shit. So you know what I mean. And then I ain't really had the money, nor if I'm gonna spend $100 on something, it's gonna be on a video game before a shoe.
Yeah.
That was me.
That's real.
So, but I was pretty okay with sports too. So and I went to Parkville High School. We was pretty nice in track, and I pretty much beat everybody in Converses. And that was one of those.
Word, you was running in Converses?
Converses.
This
Jamaican,
guy's
bro.
different.
I'm
He said he was
Jamaican,
running
so-
track and Converses beating
Converses,
people, yo.
Jamaican.
My man took it back to
Alright.
'68. You was acting like Wilt
it.
Chamberlain and
That's
shit.
it.
Chamberlain.
I always
Nigga
say
hit
I'm
the
a
corner with
spitting
the
duct tape
Converses.
person. So,
Ankles extra tight, hella sturdy.
like, I don't hate that you have the Android because in all actuality, the specs are better. You know what I mean? So nobody want to say that,
I'll
but
never leave.
it's the truth. So,
Partially it's because I'm so stubborn.
All right,
It's
so
like-
I got the answer, right? I'm not gonna make it long, but I got 5,
Okay.
and I'll give you the reason for all 5. As far as like my favorite overall shoe, I guess I could maybe go with Jordan 1s.
Okay.
They stood the test of time. My favorite ultimate shoe is probably like as of today, like them off-white ones for real.
Okay. They fire.
After that, as a kid growing up, you couldn't tell me shit about the Jordan 17s. 17.
The steel case, Jones?
Steel
Come
case.
on, yo.
Yeah.
And listen, I had every colorway except for the yellow, white, and black because my feet wasn't big enough. They only came out in adult sizes. My feet wasn't big enough at the
Such a
time.
good time.
After that, the shoe that impressed me the most as an adult was the Gucci Ace sneaker. It's
Okay.
classic. It's clean. You can wear it if you really want to put some shit on. You can wear it if you want to put on a suit. It's an all-purpose shoe, but it's clean as shit. Clean as shit. You get an all-black pair, you good to go. Ain't nobody ever gonna question what's on your feet. That impressed me a lot because it's so simple. I love that shoe. I love that shoe. And my last 2, top 10 Adidas and Samoa Adidas.
Okay.
And I say that because when my feet finally got big enough, those was the shoes me and my mother were sharing together.
That's hard.
I would fuck the game up in her shoes, her colorways, all that.
Yo, the
Top
women be
10
That's hella
and
cool.
The
Samoas,
lady
bro.
colorways be
Yeah.
different.
And you actually made me think of this question from your Twitter, our Twitter endeavor this week.
Okay.
What's a tennis shoe that you thought was fire as a kid that you would not rock now? And I secretly wanted to ask everybody that because that was just like a hilarious topic.
creative recreations.
Oh shit! The creative Rex,
shit.
bro.
I
What
would
a
never
fucking
bet. If you see a nigga
horror
with those
against the
now, yo,
community
stay
of
away,
black
yo. He
people.
might do something crazy.
That shit had a grip on our community, yo. That was just palpable.
Oh,
nigga.
hell no.
Yo, I
You
hated
see a
them
nigga with
shits.
creative Rex on now, yo, you can't rock with yo.
Wow.
Like, yo, if you got a pair of creative Rex, yo, I'm praying for you.
Genius, yo. That shit is fucking hilarious, nigga. God damn, niggas really had them on in the club. Big
A
Daddy.
shoe that I would
Khakis.
not wear again.
Oh, if I had to pick one just to say, because I just thought about this and we talked about this a few episodes ago. I was big on like, I don't know why I liked Edger and James like that, but I liked Edger and James a lot, yo. And I bought his
I hated
sneakers.
those shoes back then. yo.
Them sneakers was trash.
I remember them bitches was expensive because he was nice that one year
Oh
in middle
man,
school,
1 year
yo.
this nigga was nice, man. I bought them
Ew,
shits.
the heel was
that's
hella
mine.
fat. They might be in now though, right now, yo.
Nah,
Back then,
hell
though.
no. I
Got
don't think
two
they ever
again.
coming back.
Got
Say
two.
Reebok.
I never wear Starberries again.
Oh shit.
Yes, I never wear Starberries. But I fuck with that movement though, bro. That
Yeah.
was tough.
It
bro.
was a
That was
good
tough.
should've
idea.
It was a good
appreciated that
cause for
shit,
what he
bro.
was doing, yo. That
We
was
should have
good.
appreciated that more,
Yeah.
bro. And I ain't gonna lie, like, was they the best looking? Nah, but they wasn't bullshit quality. I seen a lot of niggas go to them AAU games with them Starberries.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas wore them. You feel me? So I fuck with that movement, but I damn sure wouldn't wear them again. Them and 498s.
Oh,
Oh,
498s
498s had me
Ew.
too.
They
Yo, I
had
had
niggas
some,
in
I
the
had some
chokehold,
black
bro.
and lime green ones.
I had
Them
like
They,
ugly as shit.
niggas had so many
colorways.
colors, all
Oh,
that. You
man.
couldn't tell me
They had
shit with
12,000
498s,
colorways
bro.
on them bitches.
That's
yo.
probably like the one shoe where I'll be like, yo, I completely
Yeah.
view that shoe differently.
Yeah,
Like when we was growing up, everybody wanted them 498s in Baltimore. You had to have a color.
I had the
bro,
purple
niggas
joints.
had.
I
I was
had
just about to say
silver
purple.
ones. I had-
Come on, bro.
I had so
But you
many,
could,
yo.
bro.
I
Them
did,
bitches
bro.
had the Daffy Duck front. Like them bitches linked up, and I never put
Ew,
498s.
yo.
Shit ever.
Disgusting.
That is disgusting.
Disgusting.
Yeah, no, I can't
Real
do
quick,
it.
'cause I don't want nobody to play Edger and James. That's a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, oh yeah. We playing the shoes. We playing the shoes.
Yeah, that one good season. That's a not.
That
we
was
did
it.
play-
It was the season when he had the
his
shoes.
career.
He
We
was
did
cool,
play
but the
his
shoe
career.
My
was
bad,
fun.
my bad. Not to
I played
demolish
with your
Edry.
career. I apologize, but them
Yeah.
shoes was trash, nigga.
Mine's
was
is those
ass.
great crazy eights,
It
bro.
was ass.
Mine's is the great crazy eights. Cause I had the gray like Spurs colorway of the crazy eights where it was like the dark gray and the light gray.
Specific.
Yeah, now
I
the
thought you were saying
originals,
the
you
crazy eights.
you can still
But
pull
I
them
ain't
off.
gonna lie though. If a nigga pull up to the court with some crazy eights, the same colorway you just said, I'ma think he nice as shit.
Yeah, he probably is. He probably was
Yeah,
a
what
bucket back in 09.
Especially back then.
Nigga, you playing it? Oh, hey yo, watch yo right there. He might got a little something to his game for real. So I
Yeah,
don't
scrappy
know.
in his game and
I
shit.
had about 4 colorways in Crazy 8.
Yeah,
never
no,
mad
they
at
was
the
that.
crazy
Not like yo, the black and white ones, you can still go crazy with them to this day.
I'm never mad at the
I said,
crazy.
to
eights.
this
I had
day.
a few pair of those too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Colorways.
the crazy eights.
Yeah.
All right, last but not least, favorite boxer of all time. Because
Floyd.
this guy's okay.
Floyd.
I had to say the same thing, Floyd.
Okay.
Yeah, Floyd.
I don't know if we have different reasons, but for me, it was kind of simple. I always loved the idea of, like, a lot of people looked at him as running away, but I looked at it as the perfect boxer where, like, especially in his later stages, I'm going to hit you.
You're not
more
supposed to
than
get
you
hit, yo.
hit me.
That's the name of the sport.
And I'll take it to the judges every time. And I just felt like if I was a boxer and grew out of the whole Apollo stage, I ain't trying to have Parkinson's after my
Yeah.
career either.
Yeah, like yo, and I gotta give you a shout out. Cause I was talking shit for Earl Spence, like 100%
I'ma be
talking
honest
shit.
with
I'm
you,
like, he the
Bud.
bigger fighter. He gonna
Bud
get chippy
like my
inside.
That's what's
But
up.
yo, you one of the only
I was
dudes
one of them niggas.
that I could
tell
say
niggas
was
this.
saying Terrence Crawford earlier.
Earl
I
mad
told
big.
niggas
It ain't no
this.
way he gonna be able to handle
If
that
I don't
nigga
know
Earl. I
nothing
said
else,
that. I
If
said
I don't
that.
know nothing else. I know boxing. From the time I was about 5 or 6, I can't name a fight that I missed. Every Saturday, I'm watching boxing.
Fire.
Friday night is boxing. I'm watching it. Some weird shit happened, or it's in fucking Beijing or whatever, and it's on Sunday. I'm watching it. When we just had fucking what's the name fight on
know
the
it,
Tuesday
yeah,
in
Fulton.
Fulton. I
You was the
watched
only
it.
nigga early in the morning. I'm like,
No, I was
damn, this
watching-
shit on. I'm like,
I
what?
had
I'm
it
like,
on-
I'm
I
mad as
had
shit. This shit is
the
on.
main
I
card
don't
on. I
miss
definitely-
boxing, bro. I grew up boxing, bro. My father was trying to go pro. I grew up boxing.
That's hard, bro. Shout out Pops. That's tough.
That was in the
I
blood,
grew up
man.
boxing in Mac Lewis gym, bro.
Got you.
And that's how I ended up wrestling in high school, where you met me for real. I got finessed like a motherfucker. Finessed. I tell niggas this story all the time. So, When my father decided to stop boxing for real, because my little brother was born. And of course, you know, you're a man. You got responsibilities for you. You got to take care of family first. You're not going to really try to push your dreams when you got 2 kids.
Right.
Really 3 at the time. So he came to me one day, right? Mind you, he's sitting with a nigga that he wrestled with in high school that's a wrestling coach. It's the biggest finesse ever. We in front of Randallstown High School. I'll never forget it. He like, yo, look, check this out. I ain't really boxing no more, so you ain't gonna be able to go to the gym like that. Cause that was my shit. Like, yo, I play football during football season, and all throughout the year I box for real. Like, fuck it, I go to the gym with my father damn near every day. Like, fuck it. Like, yo, so I ain't gonna be going to the gym no more, so you gotta make a decision. Like, you can't just sit around all year. So what you wanna do? You wanna play basketball or you wanna wrestle? Like, nigga, this the Rock era, nigga. The era of the Rock. Nigga, I do both. No, you can't do both. So how I'm supposed to pick? Grown ass man, bro. I'm in 7th grade. So look, you got 2 options. I mean, you want to throw a ball in a hoop, or you want to go slam niggas? You just got finished boxing, so like, what you want to do? The fuck you think I pick?
Yeah. Yeah. And wrestling is a different
on
breed,
ever
yo.
since,
You gotta be different to wrestling.
Yeah, that's a
since,
whole
bro.
different game right there.
You gotta be
The
different.
wrestlers,
That
you
shit
love
is
it,
no
bro.
excuses.
see
Like,
the
yo,
mind frame of
you
wrestlers.
I love
True
it.
ones that's
Yeah.
actually into it.
I loved it,
you know
bro.
what I mean?
I always played competitive sports, and I always told niggas, bro, I won 1 championship in rec. 1. Pikesville Wildcats. I think it was 10, 12, 11, 13, some shit like that. We went out Florida, won a championship. One of the best times of my life. But I always wanted that feeling again. But I always knew me winning in a collaborative sport doesn't depend on me at the end of the day. True.
Yeah.
But wrestling,
That's 100%.
nigga,
Yeah.
it's me and it's you. I'm not losing. I'm not losing.
I respect. Yo, I told you, yo,
I'm
that
losing,
one picture
bro.
you posted on IG where you had yo in like the lock.
Leg
You
cradle.
need to put that on a shirt, yo.
Leg cradle.
You need to
bro.
put that on a shirt, yo.
Leg cradle, bro.
I'm sorry. I don't want to drop no crazy gems, but you need to make that a real rare one and charge a lot of money.
Leg
I'm
cradle,
telling you,
bro.
yo. I can see it.
The
With a
good
leg
times,
cradle?
bro. Yeah,
That's all.
leg cradle. No hands.
That's fine.
Yo,
Nigga
it's-
pent
I gotta
up
check
looking.
that. I
gotta
Nigga
check
pent
that
up
shit.
looking crazy for real.
he gonna be mad as
It's like,
shit. The
I'll
nigga
show
that was
you.
caught in the
Him
leg
up.
cradle, yo, gonna be mad as
That's
hell.
hard.
Yo, it's
I'll
okay.
That's
And I'll
hard.
send
Win
you this
some,
shit
you
so you
lose
can
some.
post it. I'll show you this shit.
Yo,
Hold
that's
up.
fire. That's
This
fucking
shit
hard,
up.
nigga.
Yeah, I don't play no fucking games, bro.
Yeah.
But all that shit, the competitive nature of the sports, all that shit just go into like what we do and how we
That shit
came
builds
about what we
character,
have
yo.
today, bro.
But
Yeah.
that even goes into like you said, the your brand as well, like just y'all mind frame. A lot of that shit comes from sports. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna hold you. Some of those structural kind of things that we get at that point. Oh shit!
That shit'll be fire on it. I already know what you ready to do.
making it look easy.
I already know what you ready to do.
Bro, I'm
that would be
smiling,
hard
bro.
on a shirt. I'm
Yo,
not
I
gonna hold
told you, and he grinning. That
shit
nigga
would
gonna
be
be mad, yo.
hilarious on a shirt,
Yo, the
That
nigga
out-
was smiling.
He gonna
tight,
update our note.
Because
our
only
Yeah.
he
note.
would
We
know.
should have a shared
Only he
note.
would
Yeah,
know.
y'all gonna have a
Yeah.
YouTube vlog. He
You
gonna
just
have
make
a
a
one
one-on-one.
comment.
Just
He ain't got
yours.
no choice but to respect it, yo. Like,
Yeah.
no funny shit, bro. I was really known in Maryland, like, not Baltimore, Maryland. I still run into old white people to this day. Hey, man, I remember you. You used to wrestle, didn't you?
That's
You,
that shit.
you was, man, what are you doing now? You coaching? I'm like, nah, bro, I don't, like.
It's something
You
that you
feel
might
me?
run
That's
back
tough.
into
You gotta be
later in
a
life.
dog for that shit.
Yeah,
Cause Ray Lewis
bro.
would wrestle.
Dog.
You know what I mean? You gotta be a different type
Probably
of
made you
individual.
because you play
Bro,
football too, right?
Yeah.
It's me and you, bro. You
It
gotta
made you
be
more
a dog,
dominant
bro.
in football, I'm
It's
pretty
me
sure.
and you.
That's most
I'm gonna
cases.
say that's a part of the reason I knew. You know, even though I was rooting for Earl, you know, I had side.
No, you
not
started.
bad
Yeah,
views.
but before the
I still
fight,
like-
you was like, "Yo, I don't know."
I still like Terrence Crawford, but all of that, he gonna bully him stuff. I was like, that ain't gonna
Hey, yo,
happen.
look, this what
I was
niggas
like-
don't
I was like,
understand,
what's his name?
right?
Wrestle.
That's what
Terrence-
niggas
my
don't
mission at
understand.
the party,
Yeah.
I was like, no, it's not a snicker. Like Terrence Crawford wrestled, his son wrestled.
Yeah.
Like they out that life.
That's
you can
hard,
find videos of him balling people
But-
up. Like so, all that infighting and tussling and whistling. That's why I think it may have been the second or the third round. He gave him just the arm, it just nudged Earl's face
Yeah,
right
he was
off
pushing
like
him
it was
around
nothing,
however
yo.
he wanted. Yo, that shit is
Yeah.
sad.
You
Yo,
got a different type of strength.
So listen, right?
I was
This
dumb
what I
as
always
hell.
tell niggas that niggas don't understand. This is what I was telling niggas before the fight, right? You got some niggas that's powerful. You got some niggas that's counter punchers. You got some niggas that's just smart as shit, technicians. You got some niggas that's just brutal, right? Earl is a great fighter. I love Earl as a fighter. Bud is different.
Yeah.
He got it all.
Built different.
He's an all-time fighter. It's
And
difference.
the thing that motherfuckers don't understand, and I tweeted this shit during the fight, like, now do y'all see why niggas was ducking Bud?
Yep.
Bud been a champion for
I
what,
see
5,
exactly
6,
why
7
now.
years?
I had
Some
Yeah.
shit like that. So niggas could have challenged for that title, but nobody wanted that. And
Nah,
niggas don't
nobody
understand
wanted
that
smoke.
when it come to Earl Spence. It's like, yo, that's why all them fights and all them fucking opponents that they got the same, they went to Earl first. If I gotta fight these two, I'm going to Earl.
Yeah.
Well, part
But
of
if
that
I
is-
lose to Earl, the only way I can come back and get a title shot is if I beat Bud.
Yeah.
Well, part of that also was, and Bud admitted it too, because he did full-fledged interviews explaining everything. A lot of it was business stuff too.
Yeah,
Like,
that
I
bullshit ass
understand.
promotion.
All of the
Yeah.
money, all of the belts was on PBC.
Yeah,
But
bullshit.
that goes.
I was with Bob and them, and
That
they're not
goes
gonna talk
into
so
what I'm
much.
saying though, because at the end of the day, your promoter ain't nothing but your manager's manager. So as a manager, I'm not sending my fighter to
Oh,
Bud.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send him to Earl.
Yeah.
That's why Earl got all them titles. But the biggest thing is, like I said, counter punches, you power, you brutal, you this, you that, you a defender. Bud is, and you don't see this often, Bud is a puncher. You got some niggas that's punchers, and you got some niggas that can punch in between punches, counter punches. Bud is a puncher that can punch in between
Yeah,
punches.
he caught him with that. Yo,
It was
you
mad.
two
can't-
counters in the.
His
He knocked him
timing-
down
That
twice.
second knockdown,
Oh,
that
bro,
second
so
knockdown.
clean. It was a
If
hit.
you were
Yeah.
watching it live, you did not see what the fuck.
Yeah, it was so quick.
What the fuck Bud threw? You didn't see it.
Yeah, it was a
And
quick.
And at that time, Spence was the one that landed the big hit.
Yeah.
So it was like
'Cause
when
threw the
he
sloppy
fell, it
left
was
and then
like
slip, beep.
what the fuck? Like
This is what I was talking about with Mike though. Like
His
Bud,
timing, his spacing,
he's a complete
foot placement,
fighter.
everything
bro.
was. I didn't know.
Come on,
I was
bro.
unaware, but I offer my
I've been
condolences.
telling
like,
Mike via Twitter.
That's me.
for
That's
No,
months,
you definitely was wild.
for
I
months,
was-
might
you
even
was keeping
years.
it
Like,
being,
bro,
But
Bud,
did you think he was going to
Bud.
whoop him?
No.
Solidified like
no,
that?
hell no,
That shit was
Hell no.
crazy.
hell no. I don't think nobody expected that.
Nobody
didn't
could.
I don't
expect it
think
to be
nobody
outclassed
like
that. Yeah.
nobody expected that,
It
bro.
didn't even look like they
Niggas
was in
was
the
saying
same
this
class
is
of
the
boxing.
most 50-50 championship undisputed bout we've had in decades.
God
Yeah.
damn.
In decades.
Definitely about what we expected it.
That's
in
why-
decades. But I like no matter what, it's on record. I had Bud winning.
I respect the people who picked him. It was very few.
But that
but
ass whipping
that I knew.
Yeah.
But I know he was technically
Bro,
the favorite.
This
But
is
it
what
was
I've
only by
also
like
been
2 or
telling
3
niggas,
points.
right? Like this rematch shit, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it.
If Spence do it, that
Not with
150, 54 don't really change shit because they both want to move to 54 anyway.
Yeah.
You feel me? 47 is not just hard for Earl to make; it's hard for both of them to make.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing
In
is,
30s, it's hard to cut that weight.
this is the biggest thing, right? Bud is a late round fighter. He's a later round fighter. Bud has come into a lot of his fights losing
Yeah.
when you get to the later rounds. And he do some spectacular shit.
I watched
Spence, he had you dialed in from round 2. What the fuck can you possibly do different?
Yeah.
That 54 helps both of y'all.
yeah.
Spence, fucking Bud don't want to cut that weight neither.
Real.
I watched Bud interview on Hot 97
saw
a
it
couple
too.
days ago. Yo, I'm sore. No, not from the fight, but just my body recovering from losing all that weight and expanding so much and all that water weight. He not sore from the fight, so he don't want to do that shit neither. He's gonna be stronger at 54 the same way you
That's
are.
gonna
I
be
told you
fucking
he
scary.
struggled to
yo.
make
That's the
real
only-
weigh-in. He didn't make the real initial weigh-in. Then he made it, and then they did the ceremonial weigh-in after. That's why he's like, I'm on Charlo. I'm ready to get out of here.
Yo,
Yeah.
come on,
I'm ready to
bro.
get out of
That's
here.
gonna be another
Come on,
legendary
bro.
fight, yo.
I think he got him dog.
I don't think so.
I think
He gonna beat him up real
he gonna
bad.
dog him bad.
He did. I mean,
It's already known that Spence be
Based
beating
on
the shit
what
out
I
of
just
Charlo.
saw.
So
Yeah,
what the
that's what
fuck
I'm
you
saying,
think?
based on
what
What the
I
fuck you
just
think
saw.
Bud gonna do?
yeah, he
It's-
gonna kill
you
it's
think
him.
gonna
Bud
go up
gonna do?
because he still
Oh,
has
I'll
this
pay.
heat.
I'll watch it.
I
I'll definitely
rewatched the
watch
fight
this shit,
this
but-
morning.
Niggas don't ask Spence, would you fight the Charlos? Niggas ask the Charlos, would you fight Spence? No, I ain't fighting, bro. I ain't, that's bro, that's fine.
Come on, bro.
No.
He's saying Earl Spence and Charlo.
But they're not
Yeah.
gonna fight. They was
Same
what?
camp, right?
But I'm saying, niggas
can't.
don't ask Spence, would you fight the Charlos? Niggas ask the Charlos, would you fight Spence? For a reason. I ain't never heard an interview of would you fight the Charlos.
I
But
don't really hear them ask.
I've heard niggas
I
ask the
listen to a lot of
Charlos,
stuff.
would you fight
They
Spence?
asked that like years upon years ago, and they spent squash.
They-
Might have been different trainings.
Go watch the All the Smoke
When they
interview.
get with Derek James.
Go watch the All the Smoke interview.
Yeah, that's recent. That's what I'm saying though. They don't be knowing nothing about much of stuff. No disrespect to them,
But they
but
ask
they
you,
be
though.
late bloomers and casuals and all of that. I know. I know the history of YouTube. I know all. I didn't listen to
Yeah,
all
but
this stuff.
they still,
They
but
not
it's still
gonna-
the fact that niggas don't ask Spence that. They only ask the Charlos that. But it's also known that Spence be beating the dog shit out of Charlos.
Jamal,
in
yeah,
the camp.
that's what the rumor.
Both of them, Jamar and Jamal, not just
that's
one,
been the
both
rumor.
of them.
Yeah, I don't even count because Jamal got a whole
Come
bunch
on,
of stuff
bro.
going on.
Yeah, my man got off the
Come on, bro.
off the
to
ring
beat somebody
issues.
that great in that fashion is like some shit we
My whole
really
thing
don't
is-
see.
We
like
don't see
that.
that
It's not
shit
gonna be
too
a
often.
difference
Except
in
the
6
Fury
months.
Wilder joint.
You
Like
can't
that
make
was
an
crazy
adjustment
too.
like that in
Not in
6
6
months.
months.
Not this many
Nah.
adjustments.
That first
in
fight
6
though don't say that.
Yeah.
That second fight say that, but the first one don't.
The second one was.
And even the
Zay
second
brought
one
that
was
second one up.
the
What's
second
that?
one was still
Wilder
like
Fury. We talked.
Oh yeah, that was a badass one.
when you watch the second one, you still had faith that Wilder could land that one
Yeah,
punch.
I was
Yeah.
hoping.
He just
That
kept putting
third
that
one-
weight on him, yo.
That
Kept
third
putting
one
that
there
weight on
was
him.
like, whoa. That
That
third one.
was classic. That was an excellent.
It was a
fight.
battle.
I don't even think it was that excellent because it was like, yo, Deontay came out with a game plan, but it was like by round like
It was a
4 or
fun
5,
fight.
he
They
left that
both
shit
knocked each
alone.
other
That
down.
weight.
He left that shit
You
alone.
keep putting your weight on somebody, yo, and they
Big nigga.
40 pounds heavier than you.
Tyson
Fuck the
Fury
weight. He
is
came out
ridiculous.
good, but once he got fatigued, he went back to what he know.
Yeah.
He wasn't disciplined enough to stick with the game plan. He looked good. He looked like he improved. He looked like he learned something in the first couple rounds. But after that, once he got fatigued, it was like, yo, all that shit went out the window.
I mean, when the dude is that much bigger, that's why the heavyweight division you
It's
can't
hard
fight
in
much lower
heavyweight,
200
though.
pounds.
That nigga
No, I get
You
it.
can't split
Laying on
divisions. You can't do nothing.
That's
like
all
the lower
strategic,
dudes.
though. That's all. You
Tyson Fury-
purposely went into the third fight weighing
The
way
biggest
less
one-
than what you did all the rest of the
Tyson
fights.
Fury-
Yeah.
Thinking that was
Tyson
gonna make a
Fury
Lean
difference.
out and jab him. And
Tyson
like you
Fury
say, he ain't stick to
got
the
with
game
Crump
plan.
Jim.
Come on, bro.
He got with Emmanuel Stewart's protege,
Yeah.
who understands heavyweight boxing, and not just heavyweight boxing with fighters that are much larger than everybody else. Just look at the history from Lennox Lewis to Klitschko, all that type of stuff. And that's when you see in Tyson Fury say, yo, I don't got to do all that dancing and all of that. I could come into the fight at 280 pounds. I still feel good. I'm still fast. I can use them. I can lean on you, do a little bit of dirty boxing, and I'm going to be stronger than everybody.
Yeah.
Tyson, like, Deontay got one punch knockout power, but he's like, I'm
You
still
believe
a bigger
in the
man, yo.
Yeah.
Ngannou
Like,
joint?
so-
The
Yeah,
lean that weight on
potential
him, just get
Ngannou
trippy.
versus Tyson
So Sugar
Fury.
Hill was key.
Isn't that the fight? Ngannou versus
Oh,
Tyson Fury.
that shit booked. It's going on, but
I don't.
he not a
Man,
boxer.
he not a
bro.
Damn, that's what we've been saying.
fuck
Like
him
Tyson
up.
Fury is gonna dog the shit out this nigga. Yo. Like, why
Fuck
we
him
gonna
up.
get
Yeah,
this?
he's
I
not a
hate
boxer.
shit like that low key. Like
He's
for
not a
boxing,
boxer,
it's
bro.
like, yo, you gotta be a boxer, yo. Like, come on.
Said
So
Jake
hard,
Paul
like,
said,
that
yeah.
shit-
It don't
like-
matter how nice you are. At
But I
striking
respect
in
Tyson
MMA, that's
Fury
not boxing,
so
yo.
much, bro. I respect the shit out of
Didn't
Tyson
believe
Fury,
at first.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm always
I ain't gonna lie, I was mad as shit when he licked Deontay Wilder's neck and just started beating the shit out. I'm like, yo,
I wasn't.
cut this shit off, yo.
He was
Cut this shit
dominating
off.
him.
He
man.
outboxed the shit out
I
of him.
always gotta
Absolute
fuck him
dominant.
up.
Outboxed the
I'm
shit
always
out
gonna
of
have
him.
a side eye for boxers that get busted using PEDs, though. That's why I can't fully have full respect for Tyson Fury.
Bro.
Oh, I
He had a
didn't know that.
PED
Fuck
joint?
the-
I thought he was
Yeah,
on the
still-
drugs.
Fuck
He had
the
to bust the drugs.
PEDs,
Yeah.
bro. He was in rehab.
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
a
it was
fucking
drugs,
fiend.
right?
Yeah, yo, the
You
bitch
feel
like
me?
that and really
He
fuck
went
up.
to rock bottom.
Yeah.
Niggas go to rock bottom and be decent fighters.
Yeah.
He went to rock bottom and is an amazing fighter and still is to this day. He
Very
is
true.
the most technical heavyweight that we have. How the fuck can you not have respect for that? Fuck the PEDs, fuck all that. Like I said, he went to rock
No, I
bottom.
respect
And
the
as
boxing
niggas,
ability.
we know what it feel like, and we know people that have went to rock bottom.
Oh yeah, facts. Yeah,
You
definitely
feel
see
me?
it, yo.
was real
So
loud-
to
real
go
loud
to
out
rock
there.
bottom and to pick yourself up out of that, we already speaking about your mental strength.
Mm-hmm.
But to push forward and to become the type of champion that you did in the fashion you did, I can't do shit
I
but
respect
respect.
that.
Nah,
I still
that
don't
is
respect
very
the
respectable.
PED
Can't
uses
do
in
shit but
boxing or
respect
any
it,
sport
bro.
for that matter. So it ain't gonna change that aspect. I respect his boxing ability. I'm never going to disrespect his boxing ability.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start doing stuff like that, I'm not. That's honorability, yo. I'm never shaking on that. I don't care about
I
that.
get that, but
He's
I
a
ain't
hell of a
gonna
fighter,
lie.
though.
I'm the same nigga that be like, yo, they need to let steroids back in baseball, because that's when baseball was actually fun. You feel me? Like,
And the thing
Bro,
is,
bring
I played
steroids
baseball
back,
and I was
bro.
nice
Runs
and
was hard as shit.
That don't change your hand.
bring
eye
that
coordination.
shit back, bro.
To be able to hit the ball,
Then watch
Bring
it.
the
and
roids
connect,
back,
your
bro.
muscles don't got nothing to do with that.
Niggas
It's
was
hand-eye
going
coordination.
crazy in the
Steroid
roid
shit was
era,
helping
bro.
them niggas. They was
It's
powering
hand-eye
that ball.
coordination.
Bro,
They were good
baseball was
baseball players.
entertaining,
But
bro.
when they was steroiding up, they was smashing watching that
Come
shit.
on, bro.
A lot
I
of
have
big-
went to
big
baseball games in live
Barry
and
Bonds used to
went
be
to
smacking
sleep.
that motherfucker.
Hear that motherfucker
Bro,
sound
I have
different.
been in the stadium.
Steroid hit.
Nodding at a baseball game. Baseball is not that interesting no more.
No, it's better now,
Bring
because
the
they,
roids back.
It's getting
The
better.
game is sped up
It
now
must be
because of
some
That's
new,
it.
new
That's it.
performance enhancers.
It's-
Or to
it's-
sped up, the speeding up
Yeah,
of the
sped
game. I
up
didn't think
the
about
base-
that.
That's
the base
it.
is being
But as a
larger,
grown
taking,
man, at this
the
point,
shit
I'd
down.
rather watch soccer.
It's better though.
I love
Soccer
I'd rather
fun,
watch.
though.
I'd
I
rather
love
watch
soccer,
soccer.
so I'd rather
Soccer.
watch a par 4.
You feel me?
I'm
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And
in the PGA.
I'm very glad everybody's very creative in the room, because this is the last topic I wanted to touch on, yo. Did y'all all see They Clone Tyrone?
No, I didn't.
God damn it, no!
I heard it was
All right.
bullshit, so I didn't watch it, bro.
It's fire, bro.
I heard it was
It's
bullshit.
fire,
I
yo.
fuck-
For
I
art,
didn't
for art
watch it,
people,
bro.
Like,
for art people,
I
yo.
heard it was bullshit, bro.
For art people,
you didn't like it?
I have two perspectives on it. So
Okay.
for one, I do like how they tried to do a little bit of a metamorph, like, you know what I mean? Try to have like a message behind the movie. I do find that interesting. Because one thing, especially like one thing with me, one goal I do want to have, I want to make a documentary more than a movie. But if I wanted to make a movie, one thing personally I'm tired of seeing niggas as drug dealers, and I'm tired of seeing niggas as slaves. Because we're so much more than that. You feel me? I can appreciate it because it's still where we come from. But at the same time, I'm a nerdy nigga, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Did a little dumb shit like every other kid, but like I was a moving shit, you feel me? So what, I didn't exist?
Yeah.
You know? So sometimes when you base a all black cinema movie or whatever type of around that, realistically, like, although yes, we come from that, but not everybody did, and I still think there's interesting stories.
Yeah.
I didn't come from that, and a nigga can't tell me my life ain't just as interesting. I
Yeah.
could tell everybody some shit on things that I did just on my own accord, doing the right thing or whatever, or working all types of crazy jobs, working whatever type of hours. Even now, I worked from 3 p.m. to 12:30 a.m., took a nap, came here. I'm supposed to be in at 3, and I'm gonna work until 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Damn.
You feel me? So it's a
Ultimate
different. Can't
Hardest
tell me my
working
life
man I
a
know,
little bit
bro.
like
See-
too, but I
Hardest
guess with the
working man I
movie,
know.
I do appreciate that we're expanding to more to just. We can have a movie that can send a message and make us think. I think a little bit as a cinematographer, as a storyteller. If the only thing I would critique about They Love Tyrone, I think it hit it a little bit too on the head sometimes. I feel like even like with our shirts or with art in general, subtlety matters. You know what I mean? You want to show, don't tell. If there's any critique I would have with that, is like, yes, I get it. I know the government don't like us. Yes, they clone us. Yes, they did this. You know what I mean? But I feel like we can expand even more.
True.
It's a start, but I can't pretend just because we got a nigga movie that makes us think a little bit about what's going on. It's like this grand, you know what I mean? Because we're better than that. We're smarter than that. You know what I mean? We're more than just being caged in.
Yeah, I wasn't like super like, because that's what I wanted to talk about, Mike. Because when you asked me, I was like, I had to rewatch the monologue.
Yeah, you a
and all
director, so
that.
I get it.
So I didn't really like the storyline was cool. Like that's not what I was looking at it for. I was more so looking at like cinematography, pacing, lighting. I don't want to stretch this out because I want to have some other comments about that. But like, I thought overall with some of the things that they did in the movie was pretty cool. One of my biggest things was I wasn't sure if they had a lighting issue because they were trying to cut budget, or if they really wanted it to look that grimy looking. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it was hard to. So this is some other stuff, but I wanted to talk more. So we'll get you to talk more so because I finally got to see it about just how they put the movie together and stuff like that. That I did think was actually kind of pretty cool and stuff like that. But the messaging and all of that was cool. Like I don't beat stuff up too much, but I mean it is what it is. Everybody's gonna put out just something that they had in their book.
I'm gonna go
that
watch
they didn't want
it
to put
tonight.
out and all. That's
worth
probably
a watch.
That's probably about 120
Watch.
pages they probably wrote and stuff like that, maybe close to there, somewhere around there. But yeah, so we'll talk more about it. Since
Personally, I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm a stand. You know, I always been a stand on my shit guy, but like, I just like the fact that it depicted that everybody's generally a good person. You feel me? It's more so circumstances that like change your trajectory in life. Cause I like the early scenes. Like cause I rewatched it hella times. And one of the things I paid attention to was just like the love he had for like the young boy around the way. You feel me? Like little young dude. And he was supposed to be the grimy like stick up type dude at that point. And it just showed to me like the deeper meaning of the film was just that a lot of the things that happen in our community is circumstantial. You feel me? That's why it resonated with me, because it's like, yo, this dude is a good dude. You know what I mean? Because like you gotta look at the fact. Never mind, I would be spoiling the movie if I told you this.
I think
So
what I
let me
like.
ask you this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. So you say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You understand it. But can you watch that and say somebody of the other race would feel the same way you said and get that same perspective that, hey, maybe everything is circumstantial for them?
I think that's what they were trying to depict.
Okay.
And it was a black director. So it's like, you feel me? Like, I feel like, now if it was fucking, no disrespect to any of the other directors of other ethnicities, but it was a black man that directed it. And he was a black man. You feel me? Like, it wasn't no like, you know, because I want, you know,
Well, do you think it was too black? Because I did hear that a lot.
If you've been around the way, if you've been around the way, I feel like it was like it was. If you've been outside, because I feel me,
It was
I
on
was
purpose.
But
Because you can't
kinda
even
like
really
he
tell
said,
what
though.
timeline
Kinda
it
like
is.
he
But
said.
the thing is, you can't even tell what timeline it takes in. That's
If-
what I really like
If
about
you've
the
been
shit.
outside,
Yeah,
that's
people
one
say
thing.
It was
That's
crazy.
cool.
Like,
But to a nigga that's
smartphones
not
was kinda
really
like, yeah.
outside, or to somebody else, you get what I'm saying? How are they gonna view us from seeing that?
True.
I mean,
You
it's
get
a-
what I'm
it's
saying?
It's a piece of artwork.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
for
all,
years you gotta
but it's
remember,
like, yo, it
if
show
you
you like
take
a
it
lot
as
of that shit is
satire, yo,
programmed.
like, I
yo,
think I like it.
everything.
You know what I was talking
Down to
about?
health problems, everything.
because
It's
he was
all-
a ridiculous pimp. This nigga Jamie Foxx was a ridiculous pimp.
Slick
and
Charles.
That was by,
Shout out Slick Charles,
that
yo.
was
I fuck
intentional.
with Slick Charles'
I think that was an
character, yo.
intentional thing. I don't think they were showing it just to be so just
Satire.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that was a good word.
These people were placed here to control us, or potentially to keep us in this pocket, or certain people in this pocket. I don't know if everybody's gonna feel that, but that's satire. Everybody may not take it the same way, I think.
Yeah, like when they was relaxed.
It's a
And
real
I
good
don't,
think
I don't
piece to
think they
me.
will. I don't think they will,
Yeah.
because I can give you a prime personal example.
It might be intentional by the
Satire.
director too.
Satire, prime example. How to be a player. Pure satire. But me? Middle
I love
school?
that movie, yo. I'm not
Middle
gonna
school,
lie, yo.
teenage me?
I love that movie.
You know how much I learned from that?
Yeah,
You know how much shit
Definitely
I
had some gems in
did
there.
because of that?
yeah.
You feel me? So what about the satire of the young boy
When did you
that's
see it,
13, 14, 15 that's going to be affected that wants to be like the ridiculous
When did
pimp?
you see it?
I was young. I was
Sure.
like,
You know,
middle
technically,
school.
that's why they have
I was in middle
age
school.
limits on movies. You wasn't technically supposed to see the movie. That's an impressionable age.
But
But you're going to see it for the
so
most
listen
part.
though,
Yeah, yeah.
that sounds good in the 90s, but in today,
No,
it
I
don't
get that.
matter
Yeah,
They
What
see
what the
everything.
fuck they put
yeah,
on the movie.
everybody see everything,
doesn't
man.
matter. Like, that's
Yo,
why you
kids,
gotta
you
put
can't
out
even
your
lie
art
to a
now.
child.
Yeah,
now,
like
yo.
that shit sound good in the 90s. Like, yo,
But that's what I'm saying.
technically,
Like, it's a form
you
of
wasn't
art.
supposed to
You just
see
gotta
that.
put your art
But
out.
in
You gotta
today's
hold it
time,
for
They
any
do
little
still
message.
have
Yeah,
technically
true.
that.
they got
rating
access
system.
to everything.
It's
They got
Netflix,
that rating
yeah.
system. Like it's what is it? MAT.
They got it, but as a child, are you going to care
can
when you see
circumvent
that?
it.
Because
That's-
you on your parents.
But I feel like that's
fucking
always going to be
Netflix.
children.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We just
Like, it is
just
what it
naturally,
is. You
and
was able to
this is
find it
the
back
kind
then,
of
you
shit
was
you
gonna
just
find
run
it. You just
into.
gotta put your
Like,
art
we
out.
just didn't
You
have
can't
that
hold it
technology
in.
back
So
then.
which brings it
That
full
director
circle for
came
me.
out, so you probably thought about
Like I
that
said,
for
how are
5
other
years.
people
Like,
going to
when
view
you
it?
use
But
that
how are
big
children
time.
going to view it? So is that the best way
gotta
to
respect
view
it.
us and display us publicly? Like I said, I haven't seen it yet.
Well, I'm gonna spoil a little bit of it because you
I
seem
think
like
if
you're not
you
that
are
interested.
understanding-
No, I'm gonna watch it tonight for
I
sure.
thought the toughest part was basically the main character, John Boyega's character.
Mm-hmm.
He was the ultimate thug, but he also was the head of the entire operation.
Mm-hmm.
And they tie that together well to me. And it shows to me, like, on a deeper meaning, like, yo, you can achieve anything, but circumstances have a heavy play into that.
Absolutely.
Because, like, when you saw him, like, damn, yo, and it's, like, different levels of him. Like, he was, like, the main villain guy. He was the main villain's hitman. He was the thug. He was, like, everywhere in between. And it was just, like, circumstantial to me. Like, it really spoke to, I don't know. I guess because I watched it, like, 4 or 5
You know,
times.
Like I
they
said-
also had a wave at one point where they were just putting out movies with black people. Everybody had a very successful job, and they all met
Yeah.
up, and it was very mixy. And it's like, that's not everybody's experience either. That was like a good little 3 to 4 year stretch. I don't want to say the person because salute to them because they put out they were good movies.
There's some classics, but
yeah,
I know what you're saying.
That was
Nobody
like,
ever related to we're all going to Colorado for a ski trip. We're all married, no baby mothers, no this, no that.
So I don't think it really.
But that's my thing. We got enough of that, though. We have enough of that. We've grew up with a whole bunch of pimp movies and this and that and this, that, and the third. All right, cool. This nigga was the drug lord or whatever. He ran shit. He was the head of the organization. Yo, how about showing us the one nigga that decided to let all this shit go and go pursue business?
Yeah.
Go get in real estate. Go get some trucks. Go get this. Go get that. You feel me? Like
I
where
think that's
the
what
fuck
they were
is
trying
that?
to show, bro. I think that's what they were trying to show.
Right.
Cause like if you watch it, that's what they was trying to show. Like, cause they was showing the ridiculousness of that.
And how they
Okay.
You feel me? Like, cause I feel like that's what I took away from it. It's like, yo, how ridiculous is this? Like, this shit just keep going on. And then like, they ended up getting it, and they were like, yo, we about to take over this whole operation type stuff. Cause like the two villains of the film, you feel me, that was killing each other. Yeah, I mean, like they stuck together at the end. And they like, yo, we about to, damn, they was playing us the whole time type shit, and I was like, I like that.
Technically the two ops, they
Yeah,
got together.
yeah, and the nigga that killed them,
That's the
you
spoiler.
feel me?
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
My
I'm gonna
fault,
watch
my
it
fault,
tonight.
yeah, my fault.
Mike, lead
I don't
into
trip
it, so
on
I
spoilers.
said-
I had to, cause it's all creatives here. I love the
Because I'm so
perspective.
creative,
I love this
spoilers don't
perspective,
bother
yo,
me. You feel
Tevon,
me?
Because you might.
we need y'all back
Yeah.
through as this
When I'm
continues
watching
to
the
grow,
movie,
'cause,
I'm
like,
gonna be
we love
looking
it.
at so
The whole
many
way
other
you
things
digest
for
it is
real. So
different
like
from how we
spoilers don't
digest
bother
it,
me.
so
Like
that's true,
my
yeah.
creative brain, like a spoilers, like
I'm the same
I'm
way.
also
I
a
never
movie,
cared about
like-
spoilers.
That's why I told Mike that. Remember, I said you could talk about it even though I hadn't seen it yet. He was like, nah. I was like, I don't care.
I wanted you to see it first,
because
because the directorial standpoint is like a different way than I see it. Like y'all was saying, like how he sees things different than you. That's like how you was explaining Tevon. That's exactly how I feel about Zay. This been my man since we was kids, and it's like he sees shit different than me. Like so.
Like
We could go on this for like 46 hours. I want to say shout out to y'all again for pulling up to the pod.
appreciate you.
Go cop up on that TEVIK because it's one of one pieces that you won't be able to get.
Please cop.
Y'all want to plug anything last minute before we wrap it up?
One more time, the website.
Yeah, the website, everything.
TEVIKclothing.com. TEVIK Clothing on all social sites. Like I said, my fiance, she has work at mayachalet.com. Also, M Said Home on Instagram. His fiance also has stuff at Art Tech Home. She also sells interior and decor things as well. So we just got a whole fortress full of, you feel me, entrepreneurs, business. So no matter what you're looking for, you can find it over here.
I love it. And
Shout out to
again, I
TEVIK,
appreciate y'all. We got episode 243, Coach Class Pod. We always got to say rest in peace to Big Reese. And, thank y'all kindly, bro.
Let me see if
thank
it
you.
was
I
some kind of
appreciate
crazy shit. Oh, y'all see the Snoop sketches? I just wanted to bring that up real quick. Snoop got sketches.
Nah, not yet.
Nah, bro. That's not even something I'm considering. Sketches is crazy.
I was like, damn, is that something cool I'm supposed to know?
Definitely
Shit.
send him the information for y'all ladies stuff.
They asked me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life. They asked me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life.